What's going on, guys? In today's video, I'm going to show you how to set up a very simple, easy, beginner-friendly make automation, but yet at the same time, very powerful. We're going to be using Airtable. We're going to be using our friendly scraper Apify. If you're not familiar with Apify, I've done videos on it before. It is a great tool where create actors that can basically do everything you can do for scraping with code without having to be a coder. And I'm going to show you how you can scrape Twitter data, scrape Twitter posts, videos, threads, etc. Anything you want from any profile in the world, any of your competition, anyone that you want to stay up to date with, and you can have it all organized nice and neatly in your Airtable system. All right, so without ado, let's dive right into it. Okay, guys, so in the next few videos that I do around to make, we're going to build on top of them and maybe get a bit more advanced or like add on to some of these features, because I've been working very hard on developing some really cool systems around this. But for those of you who maybe are new to Airtable, or sorry, new to make.com or just automations in general or scraping, I want to give you guys something, as well as just anyone, even if you're advanced, you're still going to get a lot of value from this, because you're gonna learn exactly how I plug it into Airtable and what exact data you can get. And you may not be familiar with this actor, or you may not be familiar with Apify. We're gonna dive through it all in this video. So I'm just gonna walk you through the whole thing right now. So let me just go here, pull this up. So this is kind of what the end result is going to look like. This is not actually the end result. As you can, this is actually fairly new in terms of, it's going to be improved upon. There's going to be multiple views over here, filtered. Right now, I was just testing it to ensure that it worked. So there's only I actually only use it on one Instagram user's profile so far. Well, I was testing it with others, but in here, what you can see now with the final data is only one user's profile information. And this is actually just a bit I was testing, as you can see, making sure I could pull both images and videos. So you see I was doing it here multiple times, and I'll show you exactly what fields I have and all that good stuff. So basically the workflow is going to be, here you have a table within Airtable. This table can be anything. I just call it Twitter. And it's basically the Twitter profiles. I could call this X, right? It really depends. It's up to you, whatever, whatever you fancy. And then here I just have tweets. All right. So the workflow is pretty simple. All this is going to do is, let's say I wanted to add someone's Twitter. Let's just say, for example, I want to add mine. And if you don't follow me on Twitter, you can go check that out. And it is Josh F. Pocock, right? You can follow me on other social platforms if you want, Instagram, LinkedIn, etc., Facebook. But anyways, all I'm going to be able to do is this. So it's a very on-the-go fly. Let's just say I find a really good Twitter profile. Maybe I want to model some of the tweets. Maybe, and keep in mind, guys, once you get this data, I'm just showing you the first step. I'm going to be doing more videos, and I've done videos on this already. Check out some of my other make tutorials about last week or so. And I covered this a bit, but I'm going to build upon it even more. Eventually, I plan on doing very long, in-depth videos showing you a complete build, right? But we want to work up to that. So anyways, once you get the data into your Airtable base, then you can create scenarios and automations to then either analyze the data. So you can be have a bunch of data from, let's say, your top competitors who are creating content, let's just say, or maybe you want to stay up to date for the news. Who knows, right? There's a lot of different use cases. Then you want to analyze, you can't read through all that content, right? I mean, you could, but that's very tedious. So then you want to have something that analyzes every single piece of content and maybe categorizes it into different content types. Like, hey, this is a social proof post. This is a viral transformation post where you're showcasing how you went from before state to after state, or different categories, right? And these are things I have all mapped out, and I have a specific system within this whole thing and other systems on basically doing this, as well as ChatGPT prompts, documents, training, etc. Well, I've covered some of that already, but we'll get into more of that later on. and let me know if there's anything specific you guys want to see. And then anyways, it analyzes it, and then from that point on, you can like really look at the data, you can analyze that data, and you can make calculated decisions, as well as you can use AI, of course, to generate, you know, scripts or generate your own style of content. You can plug in your tone of voice and your own background story, and then like you can do a lot of stuff with this. I just want to give you the kind of long-term vision. We're just going to be doing this in this video to grab the data and get it nicely organized, but you can really get creative with this. That's what I'm trying to get around here. So all I simply do is I have a status field right here, not started, start scraping, in progress, complete. And then I have some basic Twitter stuff here. I'll just show you just so you kind of know. Description. This is a follow. So for the for a lot of the profile details, as you see, any lookup field right here, and a lookup field is when it has this little icon here. All the lookup fields I'm going to show you, they're all structured the same way. They're a lookup field that's connected to the tweets from a linked record. So the link record, you just go here, you link a record, you click on tweets. It's going to link the two records. So you can see here all the tweets for this user are populated here. And then all the lookup fields right here, basically they're set up in a way where it's limit. I turn this on to limit the number of items shown just to be one. All right, if I don't do that, for example, I'll just show you. And I actually only have it because I was testing. This isn't like final. I actually only have this like linked to like 2, I believe. So now you see 2 photos. We obviously don't want that. I'm just going to undo this. There we go. Anyways, from this point on, let's just show. Let me just make sure I have. Okay, let me turn this on. Now, also too, guys, I covered this in other videos, but I want to let you guys know, if I go to automations, what you're going to do to actually send the data from Airtable to make.com, there's a couple ways you could do it. You could use make.com's Airtable, you know, thing right here, and you could watch records, and there's a bunch of people talking on YouTube on how to do that, and that's it works. And this method isn't like something I created or anything like this. This is something I don't see as many people talking about, that I personally just always do because I like it a lot more, and it just has more, it's just easier. You'll see what I mean in a second. So all I do is I create an automation within the Airtable automations tab. The trigger is when the Twitter table, aka the Twitter profiles status, is changed to start scraping. Once that is changed, I'm going to run a script. All right, I'll leave this script in the description, even though I've left it in many different videos, but it's very simple. This is your go-to webhook script. Anytime you're connecting Airtable to Make, this is a script you're going to use, and all you're going to do is just change out this this URL right here. So I actually just noticed I don't even have the base URL here. So I mean, I don't even need that. You can have it. It's really not a big deal. But let me just say discard, because I mean, it is what it is. But you could have extra variables if you want here. And I have a video showing you like exactly what this is. It's very simple actually, but all you're going to do is like, you could add different variables like input variable, and you could pass the variables over, but you don't need to do that. All you need to do is pass over the record ID, because once you pass over the record ID, what we're doing, or what you could do, I actually don't even do it here. What am I doing here? Oh, okay. So this is actually good, because I need to set this, I need to change this and improve this. So it's good that you guys are going to get to see exactly how you do this. So by the way, okay, so, well, we haven't even got to this yet, but this is the tool we're using, Apify. You want this tool. If you're doing any sort of scraping, this is the best tool I've found pretty much. And if you know any other tools that are like on par or like maybe even better, let me know, because I'll actually use them or do videos on them. But this is like, as of now, this is like my go-to scraper. What this does is it has a store right here where you can like, there's pre-made scrapers, etc. You can get really creative with some of them. You can even develop your own scraper if you want, using like Cheerio and using different languages. But anyways, what we're going to use is actually one of their most popular scrapers right here by API Dojo, called Tweet Scraper V2 pay per result. It's actually good because it's a pay per result. Some of these you have to actually like rent them additionally. So this one's good because it's pay per result. It's very cheap. It's 30 cents every 1,000 tweets. All right, so not super cheap, but it's like pretty good. I actually like their API dojos. I like their actors. So I'm not gonna go through Apify. I've talked about it in other videos, but long story short, I'm paying, I believe, $50 a month. Yeah, 49 bucks a month right here. There is a free. You can create a free account and get $5, and then you can even go up here and create another organization, and it will give you a free $5 each organization. And you can, like, I think create one maybe every 7 days or something. I don't know if you like. There's a limit, but you can see I got a couple here. And yeah, I would suggest, like, if you're gonna be using it a lot, just pay the 49 bucks as a credit-based system. Mine renews in 14 days and I'm only at 26 bucks, so I'm gonna have to do a lot of scraping in the next couple weeks, which I guarantee I'll use all those credits anyways. So what you basically do, and this applies to any actor, so there are filters here. You could play around with these. Let's just see. So I never usually touch run options really, or advanced options. Different actors have different filters. Query wizard, we're not even going to worry about that. Filter tweets, you could do only verified users, only Twitter blue, only image, only video, only quote, right? And then max tweets per query, max number of items on output. So those are numbers you definitely want to touch. And you could add conversation IDs or Twitter handles or search terms or URLs. So let's just say we want to do like URLs. So what I usually do is I just go to JSON. So I usually will like edit it within the, you know, nice user interface area. And then when I go to JSON, I can really just copy this, and it's very simple to edit. I'll show you what I mean in a second. So we are going to go here, and when you're okay, so let me just show you this from scratch. So I actually I didn't mess this up, but it's actually incomplete, so this is good. You're gonna get to see all it is a webhook that gets the data. So you're gonna create the webhook. It's gonna give you this link. From that point on, you're gonna copy that link, and all you're gonna do within the Airtable script, and you're gonna do this every time you need to do an automation, you're just gonna change this URL, and then you're gonna click save, finish editing. All right, the reason why we're only passing over the record ID is because I always do an Airtable get record, and as you can probably guess, the record that I get, which is viral thread content OS, and then I am going to go to Twitter, and we are going to just get that record ID. What is that going to do? Well, what's that going to allow us? Instead of having to manually like put all the different variables we want to pass over on the Airtable side, we can just grab everything just from one record ID. Also, too, if you're passing like long blocks of text, you can't do that just by passing it through the Airtable side, because it's just slow. But when you do just a record ID and then look up the record ID with the make Airtable module, you can get literally everything. Doesn't matter how long it is. So, and it's instant, so it's great. So yeah, that, and we'll call this just rename. I always like to do this, magnifying, and we just call this like look up record, or get record, right? And oops, I didn't mean to explain. We can just auto align. Next is the scrape. So what you're gonna do is you're just gonna add a Apify module, and you're gonna run an actor. All right, when you run the actor, you're gonna like need to make the connection, of course, and you're just gonna select your actor, which is tweet scraper. We're gonna delete this. Input JSON. We're going to, okay, so I like how sometimes I'll do this. Where is it? I just like pasting it here, or like in a notepad, and then pasting it here, because then it maintains that JSON look, so I can easily examine it. So what I usually do here is include search terms. We don't need that. So the numbers you're gonna want to like verify, you know, have as variables are this, only image false, only quote false. No, we don't need that. Sort by top, I like that. And then URL. So this is going to be the Twitter URL. So as you can see, what I'm doing is we got the record ID from the webhook, then we're getting that record ID into the get record in Airtable, which is pulling all the data, and then I'm using the Twitter URL from that data and I'm just putting it here. So that means any Twitter URL we put will be used in our Apify scenario, right? Now what I'll also do too, what I like to do is this. You'll see in a second. So we go here. I like to sometimes do this number. Okay, and I'm just gonna go number or 1 3 and like I don't even know what to call this. What do I call this? Result max item. Sure, I'll just call it max items for now. Max items. So you could do this as a variable, or you could just type it in if you're gonna, like I sometimes do it as a variable, like you'll see here, because you'll see why in a second. So let's just say I wanted only to pull like 10, for example. That's fine. And also too, just so I can get the record ID and test this, I'm just gonna go like this. I'm gonna go formula, and I'm gonna go record ID, like this. I'm gonna add this just so I can test it. Sometimes I do this and you'll see what I mean in a second. Then I don't have to run an actual like thing. I can just go copy this and go like this, and we can just right click and run this module only get the record ID here. So now we're actually pulling over all the info. This is all the filled in info, as you can see. So what I can do now is, instead of having a hard coded number in here, which you could have, like I could put this as 100 or 1,000, right? But I'm just gonna put this as this right here, max items. You could make like a max tweets per query. What's the difference between these two, you may ask? If you just hover over here, it kind of explains. One of them is basically like maximum number of items that you want as an output, and then this is maximum number of tweets to return per query, right? So there, I think if you put one of them, basically tweets per query, I think I can just remove this. Could be wrong, if so I can fix that, but I'm just gonna do this for now. And technically I could probably remove all this other stuff, but I like top for sure because we're getting the top tweets, and that's pretty much it. So there is a, like, you could run synchronously. All right, so from that point on, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click OK. We're going to save this. And let's just say, do I want to test it? So no, not yet. I'm just going to, so this is going to run the actor from that point on. So this is just so we can know, Twitter scraper 1 out of 2. We're going to save that. And this is our Twitter scraper 2 out of 2. So it's very simple, just 2 scenarios. And what this is going to do is it's going to, so we're gonna go like this, and you're adding an Apify and you're watching for actor runs. And you're gonna add a new webhook and you're gonna name it right here, and then you're gonna select that same actor. So when the tweet scraper is done running, it will trigger this. Then what we're going to do is we're going to get that juicy data. So all you really do is you just go to Apify, you click on get data set items, right? Very simple. From that point on, right now I was actually just testing it. So by the way, if you ever need to test your data variables, I can show you how to do that. You just go to your runs, to your history, and I could just click on something, for example, like this. And then I could go to storage, and then there I have my data set ID. If you ever lose it, sometimes you can just get it within make, but sometimes if you want to reference back or like one that you ran in the past and it's not loaded in make, you can get the data set ID there if you ever need a test. All right. So let me just go back. And so yeah, that's what I was doing. I was testing here, but what we're actually going to want to do is we're going to want to put the variable right here, default data set ID. You can put the limit here. So if I wanted the limit to 1,000, you could do that. All right, I'm going to save this. Then we're going to take that juicy data and we're going to put it into our Airtable base, put it on the table. And this is like, I guess the only, it's not even complex, it's very simple, but this is like sometimes when you're mapping out the data, you can I'll tell you this, guys, you may have little issues, and I'll show you what I mean in a second. What I mean is this: when you're doing scraping, like whether it's Twitter or Facebook or Instagram or whatever, you could get, like, say if you're scraping posts, there could be posts. Say if I was scraping my profile, one of my posts could be an image, one of my posts could be a video, one of my posts could just be text, depending on the order of that. So let's say if I was like running this through the scraper and I'm trying to map out the data, so with make, you'll actually only see, so say if the first thing is a video, or sorry, not a video, it's like a text or an image, but the third thing is like a video, you actually won't, when you go and you're trying to map it out, you won't see, like, it will show, let's see if it shows it here. I don't even know if it's showing here. So yeah, media, you see media right here. It's actually like this array, and it's called an array within make. It's blank, it's empty, because the first thing that I'm scraping doesn't have that. The third thing does, but the first doesn't. Okay, if you guys know a better workaround than this, let me know. Like, maybe this isn't the most professional or technical way. I don't know. But what I did is, all I did is I just found a person's profile that had a video at the top. I believe that's what I did. Either that, or with this scraper, you may be able to just take an actual video post URL, put it in there, and then run it. Let me just double check for you guys. URLs, you want to retrieve data. Oh, this is TikTok. Oh, this is TikTok. I went to the TikTok. Let me go back to Twitter. Good old friends at X. Hopefully Elon's not watching this video. I don't think he would like it. And yeah, he's already pretty pissed off about Apple Intelligence, so I don't need him pissed off at me. Got too many billionaires pissed off at me. I'm joking. Anyways, oh yeah, you can filter right here by like top, latest, media, etc. Filter tweets. Okay. What was I even looking here for? Oh yeah, if you could run. Yeah, you could. So like, see, for example, I literally just put a video post from Twitter here. I ran it, clicking start, and I was and I had this like running, so it would catch the data when it was done running. And you could also go into the data set and like, what you could do is go like this. You just go unlink and you drag this over here, so it starts here, and then you would just go in here and put in that data set number ID from the storage, so you could, if you need to test multiple times. All right, but anyways, yeah, and then you'll be able to see these hidden fields, because like you'll see when I click here, I can't see media stuff, but here I have, like, you'll see, I'm going to show you the fields. So Twitter, I just put the ID - author username. I'm not going to like show you exactly where to find these. You can like do it yourself. There's a lot, but this will like you can easily just search these up, right? You can search it up. It's a very simple. Then for the media field file URL, it looks like this. It's media. So you need to get, if you're basically what you're gonna, so like, yeah, like if it doesn't have a media URL, it just won't put it, right? But if it does, that's why you want to find a specific post with that and then test with it so you can get those variables within make, and then you can actually click them, right? I hope that makes sense. Anyways, so then yeah, I clicked media, or you could just like, you could probably, if you're using this exact, if you're using the exact thing, then you could type it out. I'll show you like what it looks like. Like you could, because like if I copy this, for example, and I put it in a plain notepad, it looks like this. You'd have to change the number of whatever, wherever you're getting the data from. As you can see, this is module 2 for me. But yeah, you could do that if you understand like how to write it out. Like I'll show you even this one, just so you know. And if you want to like pause the video and write it out instead of like testing it with a test video, you could do that. This is what the variable looks like, but you need to change out the, you need to change out this too. If your you actually may not, because your module, if it's exactly like this, it would probably be module 2 for the get data set items. But anyways, few things to note. So okay, I have 2 videos. I have video SD and video HD. I'm not going to explain the whole thing why. I mean, it's pretty simple to explain, but I'm not going to go super in depth. So these are the same, except the only difference is this one has a 3 in the middle and this one has a 4. When you're pulling data, some of them, like this file stuff right here, you can't see it in this one because this one isn't a video. Okay, let me just show you what it looks like with a video real quick. Just for the purpose of this, let's go to runs here. It was probably, I think it was probably this one. If I go this, as long as this is, yep. So I can go to storage. I'll show you what I mean, guys, just for the sake of this video, just so it's easier for you guys to do. So now, instead of using a non-video, we're going to drag this over here, and we're going to paste this data set ID in, and we're just going to run this. So it worked, right? And you can see here, this is a video because we got media here. Well, this is the thumbnail, and then we got the entities right here. This is an array right here, entities, and is this the video? This, okay, I don't know, I can't remember. Oh, it could be this one actually. Extended entities. It's one of these things, but basically it's right here. So for the videos, all you really need to know is just copy this. Like, it's find the extended entities media video info variants, this URL. So you could literally type in extended and then we're in media, then we are in, I think it's variants. Where is the variants? Let me just type in variant. Here we go. So yeah, you can literally just type in variants, and let me just double check. Boom. Go here. URL. Yeah, so that's what I did. I just type in variant, and then you're gonna select that one right here, the URL, and then you're gonna put a 3 in the let me cancel that. You're gonna put a 3 in the middle of this number because there's gonna be, it's like an array. Oh wait. I Let me just make sure you guys can see this because my head's right there. Huh. Okay, hopefully you guys can see all the stuff I'm doing. Yeah, you're just gonna put, because yeah, this is the most important part where you should see. So yeah, you just type in variants, you click that URL one, and then you put a 3 here. And this is the SD for like lower quality, and then the 4 is the higher quality one. The reason I have 2 fields is because not every video has the HD one, so the 4th one right here. But if it does, it just pulls both. The good thing is, since it automatically uploads into Airtable, Airtable has a really good one for that. You don't actually have to download it within Make and like waste your data, right? Anyways, hope that explains everything. If you have any issues, just rewatch that or let me know in the comments. Next is just text. Next is URL. Next is Twitter URL. Actually, I think these are I don't know if these are the same or not. May be able to delete one. ID, retweet count, reply count, like count, quote count. Literally just all the important fields. View count, bookmark count, created at, type, location. I just put source. You don't even need that one really. Username for author. So this is username for author. It's under author. Profile URL under author, profile ID under author, profile picture under author, which is here, and then file name, cover image, same thing, all under author, description, followers, following, media count, status count, and then name. Those are all under author, okay? And that is literally it. All right, so I could just go like this and hook this back up and put this to default data. And if everything goes well, if everything's right and correct here, then I should be able to simply just go like this. Oh, this is okay. Let's just wait for new data. And I can also go like this. Of course, like once, like you want to make sure you're turning them on and leaving them on. But I'm just, for the sake of this isn't on, I'm just running it. And I should be able to just go to here. I should just go to here and then go click on this, click on start scraping. Let's see if this works. So if this works, this should start going any second. And about 3, 2, 1, boom, ran. So you need to check out what happened. We got the record ID. We got the record ID in Airtable, and then we just ran the actor. Next, over here, oh, it's already done because we only did 10. Perfect, 10. Actor ran. Next, we got the data, and next, it it just added them. The one other thing you could do is, one second. So let's just double check here to make sure everything worked out well. So yeah, you can see here, Josh Pocock, we got 10 different tweets. A lot of these are retweets. Should be a video. Right? So WWDC, and yeah, the only other thing you could do is, and look, we got the banner, we got all this. So let me just check here. We got tweets. This is hidden. So we go here, Twitter. Is there any other linked record? Twitter. Let me just go here. Where's our Twitter field? Oh, it's the first field. So let me just do tweet. We'll call this tweet. Okay. This will be called Twitter. And what we're going to do, I'll show you one extra thing. So over in our second field, what we could do, if you want, is you could, okay, so I just I think figured this out. Let's see if it works here. I'm testing again with that same record ID we just ran here, and I'll show you what I did in a second. Let's see. So boom, 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 searching the records. Now there is an issue that I found with this, and if someone knows how to fix this in a more efficient way, let me know. But this is just what I've been doing, and let's see if it worked. Okay, so looks like it works. It gets the job done. I'm not saying it's... Oh, another thing you probably... Well, you definitely want to do is actually... No, it's actually good. So, yeah. So, yeah, that's actually... It actually works. So, basically what I did is... We wanted to have it so it automatically links these tweets to the Twitter right here in that linked record. So all it is basically we added a search record module. So just make our magnifying glass here. Search Twitter profiles. And lots of times when I do this, I do something like this. Like for example, IG username equals, and then right here, this is like a variable from the data set. And I actually just asked ChatGPT. Anytime I don't know something about Make, guys, I literally just ask ChatGPT, or anything about Airtable, a formula, whatever. I asked ChatGPT because that's what ChatGPT is for. I said, hey, instead of making it equals, how do I make it contains? Because now that we have x.com and twitter.com, sometimes when I grab a link, it could be x.com or it could be twitter.com. So I don't want to just do equals, because if I do Twitter and then it's x, then it won't work, right? So what I'm doing here is you're just doing a search record module. So you boom, put in your base. We're searching in our Twitter profile section. I selected all just cause you could select as long as you're selecting Twitter URL, it's pretty much all the only one you need, I believe. But I just like select all for whatever reason. Formula is this. It's search and then brackets username, because we're pulling the username right here. And then as long as the username is contained within this Twitter URL, which is within our Airtable base, then it's going to pull it. And then we're just pulling a limit of 1. So yeah, the only issue is like with this, you're adding an extra 10 scenario runs, or however many times you're using this for your make.com. So you're kind of like doubling it per thing. So there's definitely should be an easier way to do this. If you know, let me know. I just haven't really spent the time to figure it out yet. But yeah, as of now, this does work. So if you want to link the records together, so you have a nice system there, this is how you do it. All right. So I hope that helps, guys. If you got value from this, and let me just add this back here and then go like this. And to finish it off, we're going to just put it back to our default data set ID. Boom. Save it. And there you have it. We have our full scenario right here. Not there. Right. Yeah, you saw it. Yeah, I closed the first one, but you got it, right? So if you need to watch that back, watch that back. Hope that really helps, guys. If you got value from this video, I definitely appreciate some support with a if you subscribe if you want to. You don't have to, but a lot of you guys that do watch this channel, I was looking at the analytics today, aren't subscribed. So I'm really going to be putting a lot of value for you guys in the next coming weeks in terms of Make, Airtable, AI, etc. If you haven't joined our free community, our Stride community, it's a group of like-minded individuals, entrepreneurs, AI enthusiasts, etc. You can join that, link in the description down below. We have about 700 members right now in our Facebook group, Discord channel, and we could be potentially in the future starting maybe a paid group. So as you're this is your time now to get in for free to the Stride community while you can. And other than that, guys, if you haven't already checked out the client acquisition code book, you can check that out. It's an in-depth guide on everything client acquisition, systems, hiring, setting up funnels, using tools like GoHighLevel. There's AI, literally copy and paste AI prompts. It's over 500, 600 pages. Yeah, link for that will be in the description. It's not just some AI written ebook or anything. This is something I actually spent over 2 years getting ready. I sat down every day for multiple hours and actually like organized it all, wrote every day, put it all together, and it took me a very, very long time. So yeah, super, super valuable. There's a money back guarantee on that too, even though it's super cheap, just because I know you're gonna love it if you do get it. But other than that, guys, oh, and if you do want to speak to our team and see if we can help you grow your business, whether you're a coach, consultant, marketing agency, if you're in a B2B service-based business, whatever the case may be, if you need help with automations, AI, streamlining your processes, packing your calendar full of clients, running ads, all that good stuff, we do that here at our company, executivestride.com. You can go to executivestride.com/apply, book a call, and just to speak with myself or someone from the team. And it's not like a hard sales call or anything like that. It's literally just a conversation to see if we can help. So if you don't think we can help, then no worries, no harm, no foul. Other than that, guys, we upload videos every single day here. So yeah, smash that subscribe button so you can stay up to date. And I will see you in tomorrow's video, guys. Keep hustling, keep grinding, and of course, accelerate your stride. Take care.